School. I'm Mike. With me as always is Eric. We've got Jesse with the mouthful of food. And Aaron. What's up, guys? Hey, you know what? Wine, nothing goes better with wine school than cheese. We should do cheese school. That'd be a good time.
Hey.
All right, so tonight's session is brought to you by Physiostik. So if you want a great new tool for getting fit, check them out. goldenspiralwellness.com. Physiostik. Anyway, so tonight we're drinking Cahors. And Cahors is this little town that is in the south of France, kind of on the western side of France, a little bit below Bordeaux. And it is the birthplace of Malbec. And there they actually don't call it Malbec, they call it either Côte or they call it Augeois. And it is kind of funny to me because you get these places where they've been growing grapes for 1,000, 2,000 years, and the locals call it, whatever the hell they call it. And then, some dude comes in the 20th century and goes, no, it's Malbec. And they're like, dude, whatever, man, it's Augeois.
What does Malbec and Augeois mean?
It's just the type of grape.
Oh, okay.
Just the brand of grape, but it's just different names for the same grape.
All right.
And Malbec's actually grown a lot of times in South America, but it was originated in France. And it is one of the primary grapes that's allowed in a Bordeaux blend. There's really 5 main grapes that are allowed in a Bordeaux wine, and Malbec's one of them. The wines in Cahors tend to be almost 100% Malbec. Sometimes they mix in a little bit of Merlot, but more or less 100% Malbec. And this wine was Ernest Hemingway's favorite wine. He loved drinking Cahors. Obviously, he was a big drinker. But when you
he's talking about.
Good writer. Yeah.
So you think about you're reading Hemingway, and probably a lot of that was written under
Old
the
Man
influence.
in the Sea.
Yeah, that's Cahors driven the old man in the sea.
Hey. Okay.
So we're about to drink it. Anyway, so some things about Cahors. One of the things to note is it's ink black. It's known for that. Look at the color on that. That's as dark a red wine as you're ever gonna see, right? I mean, it's absurdly dark. And sometimes they blend it with a couple other odd grapes like Tannat. Tannat is a big blending partner of Malbec or Côte or Augeois in Cahors. But that darkness is really coming from the Malbec grape. So anyways, so let's get our noses in here. Let's check it out, see what we think about it.
Cherry and fine.
I definitely get the cherry, like a black cherry.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A pit fruit or something.
Yeah, for sure. I get a little chocolate on it too.
Yeah.
Like a dark chocolate, and this wine definitely is seen some oak. You get some of that vanilla sweetness.
Vanilla, yeah, I was thinking vanilla, definitely.
Yeah, that's coming from the oak barrels that it's been let to sit in. But anyways, this wine is it's marvelous, and this is one of those wines that for many years was extraordinarily famous. And somewhere along the lines, people stopped drinking it and they started drinking other things. And Malbec now is grown, not really produced in any quantities in any big wines, really anywhere in France except for in Cahors, where they continue to make it.
This is so different from a Argentinian Malbec, though.
Totally.
Yeah.
Completely different.
And is that just the climate? So, I mean, it's the same grape, technically?
So that's actually a great question. And I think when people think about Malbec, a lot of times they think about the Argentinian Malbecs. And actually, right. Argentina grows probably 10 times the production of Malbec grapes that France does. And the ones in France mostly are used as minor blending agents in Bordeaux, right? So the real production of Malbec-based wines in Argentina is, many orders of magnitude higher than France, and they're very different. The ones in Argentina are grown really high on the slopes of the Andes Mountains. The climate's totally different. The soil's totally different. The water's totally different. In France, it's kind of down towards the coast, frankly, in a very maritime climate. And the grapes will get a lot riper there. This is a high alcohol wine. This is probably, I guess, 14.5%. Should say on here.
So they're taking
13%. What's that?
They're taking 2 grapes and they're blending them together.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so this wine actually, in particular, is mostly Malbec, but it's got a little bit of Merlot mixed in as well. And they do make Cahors that are 100% Malbec. This particular bottle happens to not be. But I think what you'll get is you'll tend to get maybe a slightly higher alcohol level, and it's a much tighter and leaner and almost more kind of meatier. This feels like kind of meaty to me, and the Argentinian Malbecs tend to be a little bit more.
It's lighter.
Sunny.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a little more fruit driven.
Yeah, I do taste the fruit.
You know,
Do you think they'd ever put apples in a wine?
there's many wines that
Yeah.
taste like apples. Yeah, but
Just like
and you can make wine out of apples. Actually, you can make apple wine.
Oh yeah, apple cider wine, huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's not to my taste. I'm sure there are people who love it. You know, but yeah, it's fruit, right? So any type of fruit, you can ferment and get the yeast to eat the sugar and turn it into alcohol. You know, you can do it in jail. You make Pruno. You know, and stuff.
Where would you
Speaking
drink-
from experience.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's Cahors. It's a fantastic Malbec, and one of the things that I like about this wine, no one knows about it. It tends to be pretty inexpensive.
Okay.
Very reasonably priced to get a really solid bottle of wine. This happens to be a very decent bottle. It's a Chateau La Coustarelle, 2010. So this is a higher end Cahors, and it was, I don't know, I think maybe it was $25.
Where would you
something.
drink a Cahors like this?
Yeah, so I would drink this with like dark turkey meat. Like I think that would go fantastic. Like dark turkey and stuffing. I think this would just be
Thanksgiving.
it'd be a good Thanksgiving wine.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, probably the whole dinner. This would be fantastic.
This would be the whole dinner, right?
Yeah.
just the wine.
The wine is
It's
very
meaty
good.
enough
Yeah.
to carry it.
Anyways, that is Cahors.
And tonight's 30 Second of Craziness, many distant cities playing Thank God for Whiskey.
which I think is so appropriate.
Right.
For a wine show.
Why not?
Thank God for whiskey. Anyways, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now in the bar room, or deep in the throes, you get to thinking how you